Today I have a Ghanaian American or an American Ghanaian, okay? But let's also refer to her as an American born Ghanaian. Abba Arthur is here. Now, Abba Arthur has done a lot when it comes to film, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Abba Arthur!
Oh, thank you so much. What an intro. Wow.
I just needed us to see the extent that you've stretched yourself when it comes to film and movie and all of that. You're welcome to Ghana, Abba.
Thank you so much. My heart is so full.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Abba said something to me that I'm hearing for the first time. How do we call a Ghanaian who is an American or an American who is Ghanaian?
We're called Ghana Americans.
Ghana Americans. I'm hearing it for the first time. I'm sure a few of you are hearing it for the first time as well. So Abba is a Ghana American. But you're welcome to Ghana, Abba.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is this your first time in
Ghana?
The country?
No.
Okay.
Thankfully, I'm able to come about once a year.
Oh, that's good. You've been properly integrated into the society.
That's correct.
But you were born in Washington.
In the US, yes.
Okay, so now let's wheel it all the way to when Abba was born and growing up in Washington, if you did.
Yes. So, of course, born in the U.S., we moved very shortly after that. So we did come back to Ghana for a while, and then I grew up mostly in Colorado, Springs, Colorado, which most people know Denver, Colorado, and this is a small town right outside of that. And then right after school, I moved to Los Angeles, Hollywood.
Okay.
I was ready to get started.
Where the action starts.
And I got into the action. So for the last, it's been a long time. I don't want to say how long.
How many years?
I don't know.
I want to know.
You guys will know my age. Okay?
I want to know.
It's been over 20 years.
Okay.
It's been over 20 years. Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. So I was in LA for a long time.
Congratulations. Because being in any industry 20 years is no small feat. So.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm so grateful to have experienced different parts of the entertainment industry. Writing, I have a production company, I've directed. So acting, of course, that's my heart. I like to be in front of the camera and tell stories with my body and my voice. But I'm happy to also take the time over the course of that 20 years to explore different parts of the industry.
Okay. Now, before we get into exploring your different parts of the industry, you mentioned school.
Yes.
Right. So take us through school and then also what some of your experiences are. Because if there's one thing I say that whatever your experiences are as an adult come from who you have been as a child. Right?
Wow.
Yeah. So just take me through that. What informed your love for film as well?
Oh, yes. Okay, I'll give you some of the good and I'll give you some of the tough.
Yes. I want to hear it all.
The tough creates that wisdom, so I'm very grateful for it. But being one of the only Black students in my class and being African and being proud of it. You know, I want to come to lunch. I want to eat my gari and my whatever. Well, why are you looking at me? You have your lasagna, you have your hot dog, you know.
You were eating gari for lunch?
Yes, I love because I need
gari
to
with
eat my
what?
food. Maybe some fried fish, you know, we have some peppers.
Okay,
Nice.
Chateau.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
But if that's what I want to eat for lunch, I don't see the problem. Allow me to express my own culture for my own self.
Yes.
So there was a lot of teasing, which now as an adult, I understand it gave me a thick skin. There's nothing anybody can say to me now because I know who I am and I love myself.
Yes.
So knowing myself is something I've carried with me the whole time. So that is something that I think shaped me that was difficult. I have always been drawn to entertainment. I live with music every day. I wake up, I turn on the music. It's on all day when I'm in the airport. So
I'll just assume your parents are music lovers?
Oh, my parents love music.
Okay.
Yes. My father, he plays by ear, all the instruments.
Right.
So that's certainly passed down to me. But I'm a music person. I've always loved music, all types of music. And once I got introduced to television and film, something just clicked. I will watch that box and I was fascinated by it. Yeah. So since I was a child, I've just always been interested. I went to school to study formally at university. I went to the University of Colorado at Boulder, where I studied performing arts. So that's where I,
Okay.
And political science. Let me not forget that one.
Okay. Okay.
And so I need people to know that one is important. And so
But what was your major?
I have a degree in performing arts and
Okay.
then separate in political science.
Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So, yes, that's where I got all my information from, and then I went to the world to exercise it.
Okay. Now, getting into the world to exercise it and tapping into all the branches, in entertainment that you have tapped into. What did it start with? Because usually it will start with one thing and then you realize that, okay, you've developed interest in another and then another and then another and then you build it up.
Yes. So, thankfully for me, I was blessed to arrive in Hollywood and start working immediately as an actor.
Okay.
So
that would be my case as well.
Yes, amen. Amen. I support it.
Amen.
So when I arrived, I don't want to make it sound like it was easy because it was nothing. There was nothing easy about it. But I hit the ground running. I did my research. I sent out my pictures to agents. I was going to everything I could. And because I had that fire and that grit and probably the new energy, I was able to be blessed to be in a number of things quickly.
Yeah.
And that's not always how the business works. There's highs and there's lows. And I didn't understand that at first. So it was going so well. And then all of a sudden, the work was drying up and, nothing was happening. And that's when I got into my writing. Because I said, okay, let me create roles for myself because they don't know where to place me. They don't know what to do with all of this, So let me write something for myself.
That's quite tough because... How don't they know where to place you? Doesn't the talent come first before the skin color or whatever else?
That's what you would think for sane people. But a lot of people have no idea. And they're ingrained with, programming. I don't know how else to say it. And
everything else that comes to play with skin color.
Everything else that comes to play. So I said, well, let me write things for myself. Because I know the stories I want to see and I know the stories I can be in. So then I started writing, then I started working in casting, and then I wrote and directed my own film and established my production company.
Yes, so the name of the production company
is the Ohema Project.
Okay,
yes.
The Ohema Project,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
I just wanted to hear you mention it. You also have BUM. Right?
Thank you so much.
You also have BUM, which we are going to talk about. But let's talk about the Ohema Project and, some of the best ways you've heard Ohema being pronounced.
Oh, wonderful. It's so funny. I had so many conversations about Ohema, 2 M's, 2 A's. I decided to go with 2 A's because my name is Abba Arthur. So I said, we'll put the 2 A's on the end so it'll stand for me. That's why I chose that one.
Yeah.
Yes. But I wanted people, when they say the name of my company, I wanted them to call me a queen to my face every time you say it. So that's why I chose it. And also the Ohema Project, TOP, is top. And that's where I'm going.
So I just wanted to,
There's a lot of intentionality. Absolutely. I wanted to manifest this thing, where is it going, and say prayers on my name when you speak the name of my company. So I'm very proud of it.
That's so thoughtful.
Thank you.
That's so thoughtful.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now, in all of this as well, we've not spoken about dance.
Yes.
Right? So there's that part as well.
Yes.
Bust a move, right? So let's talk about, that's BUM. That's the BUM I referred to. So let's talk about Bust a Move. When did that come in?
Thank you so much for asking about that. Wow. That was a long time ago. When I got to college, I've always been a dancer. I'm connected to my body and I like to move. And music. I told you about the music. Yes. I feel, some of us, we just feel it inside of our bodies.
But that's the entirety of theater, right?
Yes.
Music, dance, and then acting. It all comes together. So makes a lot of sense.
Teach us. So I got to school, when I got to college, I met a good friend who also had the same passion. And we decided to start a dance troupe. And so we gathered some very talented gals together. And we started a dance troupe. We performed for many years. And it's just some of the best memories for me because from there, I was able to take... It's one thing to be a creative and it's another thing to be an organized creative because we have to do something with our art. Yes. And so
I like that.
If you have more of one than the other, it should balance.
There should be a balance.
Or know your role. So those of us that are able to balance, you have to learn how to actually do both well. And that was a period of my life where I learned how to lead, I learned how to strategize and perform all at the same time. So it really shaped who I was as an artist, and I'm so grateful for it. Since then, I haven't done as much dancing in that sense, but I practice yoga because I like the movement,
the relaxation
Yes,
after
yes.
as well that it
Yes.
gives you. Anyway,
Yes.
so with BAM as well, which year was that created?
Oh my goodness. Hey, I have to say this on air. Oh, it's 2000 and maybe, I don't know, 4?
Abba doesn't want us to calculate her age at all. So that would be about 2004, 21 years.
Yes.
21 years
Wow.
now. Okay.
Thank God. I thank
Okay.
God.
So that means BAM was before you started film,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Amazing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now moving on from dance, right?
Yes.
But also still moving on from dance because you say you don't actively dance anymore, but
Yes.
still staying, on dance because now you talked about the group of girls that you brought together and all of that, right?
Yes.
At the time, we had dances, although it's not what it is now, right?
Yes.
Given the chance to go all the way back and revamp BAM, what would you do differently?
Oh my goodness. What a great question. What would I do differently? Okay, sometimes when you're doing something, it's great, but then afterwards you actually see the magnitude of how great it was.
Yes.
Knowing what I know now and all the different dance shows that popped up afterwards, I probably would have created one myself. I would
Right.
have taken my team as far as I could globally. But at the time, we didn't have a lot of dance shows. I couldn't really see what other people were doing. So I don't think I realized how good we were. And if I knew compared to other people, I would have probably pushed us further.
Pushed it. And you
Yes.
know what I want to say to you?
What?
It's not too late. It's never too late.
It's true.
Because you know that you can make time for excuses, right? But you can
Yes.
never make excuses for time. Because whatever you do, the time will still go anyway. But you can find that time to make excuses if you want to, for as long as you want to. So please,
like it.
you can get back to it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah?
Thank
Is that a
you.
promise?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is that a
yes.
promise?
And even if
Okay.
not with me, maybe in my directing.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. With,
we'll
with
get there.
even with somebody else, so that you're
Yes.
just overseeing what they are doing.
Yes.
Because I think that it's
Definitely.
even such a nice name. Bust
Thank
a
you.
move.
Thank
know,
you.
and
Thank
it just
you.
speaks to dance straight away. So
I
yeah,
appreciate that very much.
Now let's
Thank
talk
you.
about the transitioning as well.
Yes.
You've done a few commercials
Yes.
as well. Yes. So transitioning from the commercials to film as well, how did that play out for you? Now, after this, I want you to continue into how easy. Let's talk about the ease, right,
Okay.
of playing in the Hollywood space, because a lot of times we hear that Black women, they say, are on the bottom end, especially when it comes to pay disparity, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
we have the white man, you have the white woman, then you have the black man, and then you have the black woman. So although the black woman may be so talented, they may pay her way less than that, right? So let's talk about your transition,
Yes.
the ease,
Yes.
and then what it's been like for you.
Oh, that's so good. So I love commercials. I love to watch commercials. I've always wanted to be in a commercial. Still, please cast me in a commercial.
Please cast
Please
Abasa.
cast me.
Please.
Let me say it. Cast me in a commercial. So I love commercials, and they're such short entertainment forms. And my heart really was in telling a full story. And so the commercials, I'm so grateful for them. They've just been fun. And I was looking for something that would give me, the breadth of a story where relationships could be explored. So, of course, in order to do that, film and television has always been really deep in my heart. And that has always been my goal. And so the commercials have come here and there. Again, I'm so grateful for them, but really film and TV has been my goal. So as I have agents and I've changed agents, we've changed focus. Every time I want to focus on a different area, I'll let them know, and that's what they will submit me for more
Okay,
than anything
okay.
else. So now it's television and film.
It's now television
And some theater.
and film. Okay.
Yes.
Now the ease for
The
you.
ease. I love this question, and thank you for asking it.
You're welcome.
Because it's true. Sometimes we hear so much of the negative.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that a lot. The ease. When you know what you have and you carry, and you walk in every room like you belong there, it becomes easy after a while. Because now you're waiting on me to arrive.
Yes.
And I know that.
Yes.
Even if you don't know me yet, you're going to.
To know me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know that you're waiting on me. And I believe that once you are able to get into your own confidence and body and talent and know who you are, when you walk in, things become easy because conversations now, I'm not asking and seeking and begging anymore. I'm inviting you to collaborate with me in my art. And I feel like that, it makes it so fluid and easy. I'm such a fan of so many artists. I love music artists.
Who would those be?
Oh, gosh. There's so many.
You know, all the time when you're put on the spot, no matter how many they are, you're unable to just nip the number. But I'll try it with you. Let's see if you can.
Well, okay, if we're talking about film and television, at the top is Angela Bassett.
Okay,
For me.
okay,
She's always
okay,
been at the top.
okay, okay.
Meryl Streep, also fantastic. So when I come on film sets, usually I'm a fan of somebody who is on the set with me. And that is very encouraging to know that I'm in the right place. But also, once you talk to somebody that you've been watching for a long time, and you remember that people are just humans.
First, before anything else.
Yes. They might be having a bad day or a good day. They talk to their mom or their whoever. So once you remember that everyone is human, that also makes it a little bit easier.
True.
I think that the ease, as I heard from you, it comes internally first. Because once you find yourself at ease internally, my circumstances have reflected that externally. So I think it's the way that you walk in. And then really people can read your confidence. I mean, we all know this.
True.
So when you walk in a room like you belong there, they will treat you accordingly.
Like you belong there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'd ask this. Who were you a fan of on the set of The Color Purple? Only because you said that for every set you get on, you have someone you stan. Okay, so for The Color Purple, who was it?
All of them.
All of them. Okay, okay.
Wow. Taraji P. Henson. We have Fantasia.
Fantasia Barrina.
We have Coleman Domingo. We have Sierra was there.
And even
What?
Oprah herself.
And then
The
Oprah
queen of
Winfrey.
them all, yes.
Hey, I couldn't focus. I had to go.
You said hey. That is so Ghanaian. That is so Ghanaian. Okay.
Yes. You see, it comes out because I was overwhelmed.
Yes.
I had to go to my trailer and just,
Soak
have
it
some
all
time
in.
with myself, because if not, you're just looking around like this everywhere. But again, these environments, you remember that these are people. They're humans. So when you have a conversation with somebody like Oprah and she's so normal and so kind and generous, it just reminds you that, okay, I'm in the same room with this person and we are the same.
Yeah.
And that, again, that brings more ease and allows you to really...
To perform.
Yes.
You played the role of Abna in The Color Purple, right?
Yes.
Okay. So being Ghanaian
Oh my
and then now having to play, that role as well. How did you marry everything together? Also making sure that the role you are playing is truly depicting the name and where you're coming from.
Yeah. Well, this was a big one. I did shed some tears.
You did?
I did.
Oh.
Because I found out that I booked the role while I was in Ghana.
Okay.
So I got the call while I was here and then went back to shoot it. And my whole life I have been in the U.S. and I've grown up in a Ghanaian home. And that's why I call myself bicultural, because I hold both cultures very heavily in my hands, both of them. And so for my entire life, I've tried to figure out, how do I merge the two together? How do I show up as myself everywhere I am? Because either you're too much for one or not enough for the other. So how do I be Abba in every space that I'm in?
Yes.
And how do I reflect that also in my art? And this was the first time I was able to show up, as a Ghanaian on screen.
As Ghanaian as you can be.
Wow. With a name like I've been out. Wow. And I have to give so much thanks to our director, Blitz Bazwule, another Ghanaian.
Shout to him. Shout to Blitz, yeah.
So coming on the set, seeing cloth everywhere, it was overwhelming. And also we were shooting on my birthday. Oh. So it felt like God just, blessed me with a gift.
That's good.
Yes.
That's the universe saying to you probably that you are on the right track. Yes. You're doing the right thing.
Yes, that's how I heard it. So it was a very full circle moment for me. And then it meant so much. So much. Thank you for asking about that.
You're welcome. Now let's get into the pay disparity that I asked about, right? Because we hear it so much. The conversation is almost endless, right? But you'll think that in 2025, there shouldn't be that conversation because honestly, regardless of what the complexion of your skin is, your talent counts above anything else. You being human counts above anything else, right? So just how has that played out for you? What have you had to do to also make sure that when you sit at that table, you are getting back what you are pouring into their art?
Wow. We don't talk about it enough, and we don't talk about the details enough. And so for me, it's about educating myself, because every film that I do or television show that I do that has a larger audience than the last one, I need to reconfigure what those numbers mean for myself. So speaking to people who have come before me, who are willing to share this information with me, it's good for us to speak to each other about what our pay is and who you worked with and what did they offer you, so that we can be on the same page. Because a lot of the time, what Hollywood does especially is a lot of the time we find ourselves pit against each other. And everything in me and everything I'm about is working to make sure that we collaborate. So if I can speak to someone older than me or someone further along in the journey than I am, and they can share their wisdom and their advice about their own pay, then I know how to walk into a room and how to negotiate for myself. So I think it's about being realistic, knowing what we deserve, and also knowing who is around
who's getting what.
Yes, and who's getting what. Because how do I know what to ask for? And then you come in the room and you're asking for whatever, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
So there's a level of realism too in knowing what you're asking for, knowing what you're worth as compared to your co-stars. And a lot of them will share as well because they know that it's wrong. So knowing what you're worth as compared to your co-stars, what you're worth in the industry, the film that you're doing, how much it's projected to make, all of those numbers, you have to be aware of the business of the film.
Really important.
And then you negotiate your rate.
Really
and
important.
And then you get it.
And then you get it. Make sure you get it. That's also really important. Now, Abba, let's wheel away from work a little bit because we've been all work. But they say all work and no play.
Hey.
Yeah. Makes Jack who he is. Okay. Now let's talk about love.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
In the mix of this, and you juggling writing, directing, your production company, acting, dancing, has love come along the way? I get why you're an actor. Yeah.
You threw me a curveball. Wow. Is it hot in here?
No, it's not. The AC's on.
Okay, sorry. I have such a big heart. I do. Also, I don't have time for nonsense.
Okay.
And when you put those two things together...
Can we? Can I reach you? Can I? I want to reach you. Yeah? Okay.
It's true. And so when you put those two things together, it requires a very special partner, a patient partner, an honest partner. So my heart is open. I leave it to God, and we see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yes.
But you didn't leave the 21-day ex-boyfriend cleanse to God. You didn't leave it. You didn't leave that one to God. So Tell me about the 21-day ex-boyfriend cleanse. What happened? Why did you say at that point that you take things into your own hands? What triggered you? You could not leave that one.
Wow, that is hilarious. So I had a friend, a good friend, who actually accompanied me to Ghana. Let me not tell all her business.
Okay.
But I had a good friend, and when we were in school, we were talking about breakups, and it's hard, especially at that age. You're in your teens, you're in your 20s, you're falling in love for the first time, you're trying to understand. It's difficult. And we were coming up with different things. I would chat about different things that I could do for her, for my other friends, so I could help them to get their mind off of their breakups. So not necessarily was it personal, but it was more, I want to be a friend to my friend when she's in need. So what can I do?
As should be.
As we all should be, yes. And the creativity that came behind it, I'm grateful, also came from my friendships. So their personality types helped me figure out what to do. Today, we're going to go paint. Tomorrow, we're going to go, I don't know, if you like to hike. I don't like to hike or do any of those things, but I'll go with you because I love you and I want you to smile. And so at some point, my friends were going through breakups and they were saying, hey, Abba, what is that thing you did with her? Come do it with me. So I started doing this thing with my friends, 21 days. And then somebody said, you should write this down. And then they gave it to their friend, and then they gave it to their friend. And next thing you know, somebody I don't know is calling me saying, hey, can you talk to me about what this
That's
is?
somebody you don't know, because can I get it?
Yes, you can.
Can I get one?
Yes.
Thank you.
And I tried to make it timeless because, unfortunately, those of us that have hearts that are willing to give, sometimes they get broken.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's helpful to remember things that you can do to heal your heart and get closer to yourself and your spiritual source and God, and move forward. So that's what that is. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'll be waiting
Yes.
for my book. Okay.
Yes.
All
yes.
right.
And hopefully the film.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Now let's break that down.
Ooh.
When is the film coming?
Ooh.
You broke it down into scripts, right?
I did.
You did, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I've
So
written the script,
when
yes.
when is it coming?
Sometimes I say things out loud, so I have to do it.
Yes.
Because now I've said it here.
Your word is your bond. Like, listen, I say that a lot. So you don't find me I don't like to lose talk. Because at the point where I speak it out, if it's in my head, it's different, right?
Yes.
I'm like, at the point I speak it out,
Yes.
I'm like, nobody forced me to.
I know.
Decided to.
I
I could have
know.
held my tongue at the point where the words were almost falling out.
I
But once you
know.
say it,
Yes.
you have to.
And my dreams are so big, so I hold myself accountable when I say things publicly. So I don't know. I have to give myself a little bit of time. But now that I've said it,
Yes.
I will go back and I will start working on it.
Okay.
Because I do hold myself accountable. So
Okay.
next time I see you and I come back here, I'll have an update.
Okay.
Yes.
It's gonna be in there, right?
I'll have an update for you
Okay.
next time. Yes.
Okay. Fingers crossed. Please write me into your script.
Ooh, maybe I will.
Write me into your
Thank you
script.
for this idea.
So Abba was saying to me of how my vibe is fit for LA, right?
Yes.
Straight. and listen, I was saying that you are sort of aligning, and I'll tell you why. I'm Ghan. I'm from Labadi,
Yes.
which is called La. And just somewhere in my head, I've always been saying that when I do get to relocate to LA, I would say the La girl with LA dreams. Right?
I love
I've had it. That's why I said to you that it's aligning, because I'm like, because when we're having the conversation, we both said LA at the same
Yes, we did.
time. So I'm like, okay, alignment. Okay,
Wow.
alignment.
I'll see you in LA then.
See ya.
Ooh,
I'll see ya when I see ya.
this.
Okay, now let's talk about Son of the Soil.
Yes.
Yes. Your role in that, and then how that came about as well for you.
Yes.
The passion that you put into that project as well. And then we'll talk about the Black Star International Film Festival, the reason you are in Ghana.
Yes, of course. Yes, Son of the Soil. What a powerful film. I was just blown away by it. I was so grateful to be on the jury this year for the Black Star International Film Festival.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. That was a big accomplishment for me. Yes. So for this film, it was phenomenal, and I'm just grateful to be a part of the conversation. I was blown away to meet the actors and filmmakers, and just excited to be able to be a part of the hoopla around it, because it's coming out and it's going to be big. It's going to be a big one. So I have been in conversation with Juliet, Santoa Asante, yes, since probably 2020, I think that was. My film titled The Womb was accepted into BISIF in 2020.
Okay.
That's how this journey started.
Oh, it's been a long-standing relationship then.
Yes. That's how this journey started. And I was so grateful, because that was my introduction into the Ghana film business.
Right.
This is something I've always wanted to do, always thought about. And it felt like an open door.
An open door.
Yes.
Rightly so.
Thank you. And so it was COVID at the time. And I believe we were still in lockdown at the time, yes. And so I wasn't able to travel to Ghana, and I just was so hurt by that, because I wanted to be here and watch my movie in Ghana.
Of course.
Wow. And so since then, thankfully, we've continued conversation. I've been very invested in what's happening in the Ghana film industry as people all over the world start to find out about Ghana.
Okay.
And the treasure that we have here.
Okay.
Yes. I'm happy to be also a part of those conversations. So when they reached out to me to invite me to be on the jury this year, it really melted my heart, and also gives me a chance to meet other creatives, so that we can collaborate, so that we can shoot more here. That's the whole point. So that's my involvement with VISIF, and I'm so grateful for it.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, your time as jury.
Yes.
How exciting was that for you? I mean, you've also mentioned that you really liked it. Right.
Yes.
But the true excitement, because you know that sometimes there's delayed gratification, where you're excited about something because it has just happened, but because you have to move on to the next thing, you just decide that, you know what, okay, I'm excited, yay, okay, on to the next, right?
No.
And it happens a lot, especially if you have a lot of things to juggle and deal with. And so that's why I'm asking about what the true excitement for you was.
Oh, yes. I get excited all the time. I'm very excited right now.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe in celebration as gratitude. And so to me, my friends know I love to throw a party for myself. I do it often. I have a candle that says congratulations, and I buy it from time to time. I have it now in my place where I'm staying here.
Okay.
Because at the top of the day, or at the end of the day, I'm going to sit in gratitude, and that's my celebration. And I'm going to say thank you for everything that's come about. And every single day I've been in Ghana, I've been so grateful, because I don't take any of this for granted. All the relationships I've made sitting here with you, I take everything so seriously in my heart. I'm grateful for it. So I celebrate a lot.
You celebrate a lot, and
I do.
And I like that, because then...
And with food.
And with food. Okay, because you've touched on food. Okay. I'm such a foodie.
Yes.
I am such a foodie.
Same.
So what are your favorite Ghanaian dishes?
I'm so glad you asked. Benku and nkrumah fry. That's my favorite.
Okay.
That's my go-to.
Oh, you said it like a typical Fanti.
Thank you. Yes. So that is my favorite. And then, wow. Okay, so snacks, I love a meat pie.
Okay.
I love a meat pie.
I love meat pie too, but the empty one. So
Really?
let's just call that a pie. You know, there are the people who hawk the yogurts and stuff like that. They have this cage on it where they have the buffaloes and then the empty pie, which we call meat pie.
Yes.
That's the one I like. I'm unable
Yes.
to properly eat, because sometimes people don't exactly do the meat
The
in
meat
it right,
to
and
pie
so
ratio. Sometimes
they don't do it. Sometimes it doesn't taste good, so I'm like, you know what? Just give me the empty
just go
pie.
meatless. Wow.
Yeah, but I like pastries a lot as well.
Love
So we have
pastries.
banku and kumafoe. We have meat pie,
Yes.
and then
Of course, kelewele.
kelewele.
Yes,
With
always.
granuts, without granuts.
I'll take either.
Okay.
Just
Spicy?
give it to me.
Mid spicy, very spicy.
Just mid-spicy.
Mid spicy.
Yes, just so it gives me a little kick, and that's all.
Okay. What else?
I can eat fufu any time of the day.
Okay.
Really, with any soup, honestly.
Do you eat with a spoon or with your hands?
No, with my hands.
Oh,
What is
Abba.
this? What?
Daughter of the soil. Truly. No,
Yes.
but because people say that they are unable to eat these foods with, their hands.
Why?
So, but I say that my hand is my best cutlery. I'm going to eat rice with my hands.
This is a fine instrument. You
And
see
it
these
even
nails?
it even tastes better.
It's good.
I don't know. Some way, somehow, I feel like when I eat with my hands,
Yes.
it tastes way better.
It tastes better.
Than it's just like the ahaban,
Yes,
the wache, what they
yes.
put the food tastes better in ahaban
Yes.
than it tastes in a pack, right?
I know.
Food tastes better in an earthenware
Yes.
pot than it tastes in maybe a ceramic bowl or something. I don't know how. I don't know whether it's just a psychological thing, but that's what it is.
Even if it is, that's how we live. So that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yes. No, with my hands. And
Okay.
then make sure my nails are not stained afterwards.
I can relate. I can really relate. Okay.
Good.
So now that you've been here, you've done your duties of what brought you here. What are you also hoping to, doing as well beyond the Black Star International Film Festival?
Yes. Well, I've met so many people on this trip, and I'm so grateful. And I
Okay.
hope
How
to
long
meet
have you
more.
been around for this trip?
This time, maybe about almost 3 weeks now.
Oh,
Yes.
that's some time.
Yes. Running around the streets of Ghana. Just excited.
Having a good time.
Having a great time. So I've met so many people, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's projects that they have coming up. Wow, we have so much talent. We have so much talent.
I am telling you, because
Wow.
it's just, I think for us as well, it's just funding mainly.
Yes.
Because when you speak to a lot of people, right, and whatever is stalling them in pushing their craft or their art to the next level is mostly funding.
Yes.
So,
And the
but
good
the
thing
talent
is,
is there.
The talent is
It's
there. And if I want to see people's work, because if there is something that connects with me, I only take projects that connect with me in my heart. So if I'm reading somebody's script or somebody's video, I'm watching it, I'm listening to their music, and it really connects with me, it makes me a fan of that artist, and then I want to work with you. And let's talk about how we can collaborate. So I've used that word so many times today, but that's
Yeah.
really the goal of my
Collaborations
trip.
are important.
Yes, that's the goal. I want to know what artists are doing and feeling here, and how do we work together? Because I also have so much to give, and I have so much to learn, and I want to do this with one another. And so in collaborating, of course, my goal is to shoot in Ghana. I would love to shoot films here. We talked a little bit earlier, but I want to work with Ghanaian artists. I do. I have always had a love for music videos because I love music so much, and lyrics. I'm a writer, so lyrics are very important to me, and it's a story.
They paint pictures in your head.
Yes.
And I think that it's only right because a lover of music, lover of film, someone who is a director, it only makes a lot of sense if you want to now direct music videos, right?
Exactly.
And then if lyrics are painting pictures in your head and are taking you into all of those imaginary worlds,
Yes.
it's only right.
Yes,
So
yes.
who are some Ghanaian musicians you want to, even though I've heard it off air, I wanted to
Wow. Well, I'm a huge fan of Gyakie right now.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan. I just think that she's got it. And I want to see her go global. She's really got it. She's got the look. She's got the sound. I can feel the soul. And I'm looking forward to meeting her. Yes, I can see where she's going. And so I'm really excited about her. And I've heard some rumblings about some Ghanaian rappers, some female rappers.
It's Eno Baroni. Eno Baroni.
Wow.
Yeah.
what presence?
Yeah.
Immediately, that's what you get is the presence. So I want to hear more.
Right.
And I want to see more. And we have it. We have it. And so as I'm out in the world traveling around, I'm like, there's no reason why we also can't be in the conversation.
That's true.
Of course, we need to be. Why?
We need to be.
Yes.
But also, Abba, you see, in being a part of the conversation, they'll always say that if you have a representation at the table, then it becomes easier
Yes.
as a creative, right?
Yes.
Because then, even though you may think that the execs have their eyes, everywhere, they actually do not. Sometimes it also takes some level of introduction where a representative from whatever country or a friend of this talent who's seated at the table says that, you know what, check this person out.
Yes.
And sometimes that is how the doors open, right? So when you say that you want to see Gyakie go far,
Yes.
I really like that.
Yes.
I really like that. So let's see how
I know.
how far you both can go.
Let's see.
Okay, and in your wanting to film your music videos as
Yes.
well. Let's see. Are you open to filming for the guys as well? They bake.
I am.
For the guys.
I am.
Okay.
Absolutely. I know. I left them out. I'm sorry. Yes, you too. Please. Yes. It's just that you know as well as I do, they get so much love a lot of the time.
Uh-huh.
And so sometimes for the women in the music industry, you fight hard. And so I welcome all talents, please.
Yes, all talents.
All talents.
Now,
yes.
talking about all talents, we
Yes.
spoke about the color purple. It will
Yes.
only be right if we speak on, guess what?
What?
Black Panther.
Oh, yes. Of course. Of
Black
course.
Panther is such a huge film, and having that representation in there, having that Ghanaian in there as well, it's just really nice to see, right? So tell us about the making, tell us about your time on set, the excitement knowing that you are going to be a part of such a franchise.
Oh, wow. So that was really an actual dream come true. I
Okay.
mean, whoever watches this movie, because I was in the second one. So, of course, I went to the theater with everybody and watched the first
first one.
and cried in the theater because I had never seen any Africans on screen like that. And to me, my whole goal is to show our beauty because all the narratives about us have been exactly the opposite. And so this film for me was sitting there watching us be majestic and royal and just, wow,
Yeah.
it brought me to tears. And so to get the call that I was going to be in it and then to show up and actually just see all the characters from the first film that I was such a big fan of, oh man, just a lot of deep breaths. I took
I
a
can't
lot of
imagine.
deep breaths.
I really can't
everyone
imagine.
was so Lupita was so wonderful, so welcoming, such a sister, truly a sister. Michaela Cole, another Ghanaian. Hey,
Yeah,
Michaela, wow, so welcoming and wonderful. Ryan Coogler, our director, so welcoming and wonderful. It was truly, I felt honestly like they had created a family and they welcomed me into it. And so I'll be grateful to them always and the Marvel universe and the Marvel family for accepting me.
Can I ask a controversial question?
Oh gosh. What is it?
There was a conversation about the accents,
Oh,
especially
yes.
even from the first one,
Yes.
where people said that it seemed really forced,
Yes.
and that's not how actual Africans speak.
Yes.
And so for you as well, having to bring, because also you grew up in a Ghanaian home,
Yes.
you know what it is like to sound like that, right?
Yes.
So how was it like also now merging or
I
just transitioning into what that accent is, and also making sure that you are staying true, knowing what the typical accent is?
Yes. I'm glad you asked me this. So there's so many parts of film production that we as the audience, we don't know. And one of them is dialect coaching. And on most film sets, especially something like this with a healthy budget, you're going to have different dialect coaches that come from different areas that you are portraying.
Yes.
And sometimes we get notes that I don't think the audience knows. There were a lot of people that didn't know that I was playing a South African in the film.
Right.
And so the different regions that they had represented in the film in general, they had different accents based on their region. And a lot of the one that most people recognized was Mbaku because he was Nigerian. And so, which is interesting because Winston Duke is not. But I loved how the goal was to represent the accents from the different
African
regions.
countries.
Yes. Now, as the actor, I'm going to take the training that I have, the knowledge that I have on my own, what I'm learning from my dialect coach, and I'm going to do the best I can. So, please, for those of us that are doing the best that we can.
I feel an apology coming.
No, it's the reality of the business. For the people that you see on screen, I personally don't know any actor. Let me think about it. I don't know any actor that gets up to put on an accent and is just playing games.
Yeah.
99%,
especially for a production like this.
Oh man, 99% of the ones that I know have done intense training and they're working on it, whatever it is. And I thank God I have been able to play a Ghanaian, a South African, and a Bahamian. And the difference in those accents, I mean, that's something that we really, really work hard on. So when it doesn't sound up to par, just, give us some grace. We'll work on the next one. Please,
okay.
Please.
You saw me smiling. I don't know if you have any idea what's next, but I want you to.
No.
I'm
excited. What is it?
I want you to mimic a South African accent.
Oh my!
In real life.
Well, what were my lines? I wish I could even remember my lines. Well, you always start with the name South Africa, because it's a short A. We just had this conversation about the A. For Ghanaians,
you say ah.
Ah.
Yeah.
And my name, Abba, it's so difficult for an American accent. They want to say ah or they want to say ah. But that ah is hard. And so Africa is the first well, I just will say the name of the place over and over again, and then you get it into your body. That's where I'll stop. Lord, please. Heavens, I'm trying to get roles.
Okay, please give it all the roles, please. But let's talk about legacy and leaving it, because you've done a lot, okay? And I also don't believe that someone does not have to be here anymore before they leave a legacy. Even from the start, whatever you have done, for someone looking all the way back or from where you started or from where you began, that is legacy, right? But also, what do you hope to, impact to the younger generation or maybe the older generation? Because they say that this journey of life is a learning journey. You never stop learning. So just, for all of the people you come in contact with, for all of the people you meet through work, what do you want them to take away once they leave you?
Wow. I just believe that in my blood and at my core, I was meant to be some sort of a bridge. Okay. Because having lived in two different cultures, and right now, am I younger, am I old? I don't know, depending on who you're talking to. And so I have such respect and reverence for our elders. And sometimes I know that we get stuck in a mindset that does not allow us to move forward. I admire and I learn from the youth. And also, if we could have some more reverence for the wisdom that those that are older than us can provide for us, we would get further so we don't make the same mistakes that they have.
Yeah.
And so I feel very much like if you are with me, my goal is to somehow be a bridge for you in my stories. Hopefully that's empathy. So you'll learn something about somebody that you didn't know before, and you'll be more empathetic towards them. Or they will learn something about you, a character that they've seen reminds them of somebody that they know. They understand that person differently. And to me, it's just, it's bridging a gap of human behavior and emotion and understanding so that we can all be more connected.
Okay. Abba.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you so much. And I'm excited I had this conversation with you. Yes. And I think that it's just a very nice conversation.
Yes.
Wholesome, if I should say. So, I appreciate the laughs that we have shared.
Yes.
And how real real you are.
Oh,
Yes.
thank
So
you.
all I will also say is that, just be who you are, be the star that you are, and continue to shine brighter and brighter and brighter. And I'll see you in LA.
Oh, yes, I see what I want. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome,
Thank
Abba.
you. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.